He is a friend. He is a mentor. He is the most inspiring figure I know today, one of them. My buddy, Bishop T.D. Jakes, is here. He's going to be sharing secrets from his latest book. All right, you know, folks, look, I say it all the time, you know, common sense ain't that common. And it's something that my next guest knows just a bunch about. He's a best-selling author, he's a film and TV producer, and he's founder of what is now the world-famous Potter's House. He's a spiritual leader to millions of people worldwide. He is my friend and mentor. He has a new book out called Instinct, The Power to Unleash Your Inborn Drive. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my friend, my buddy, Bishop T.D. Jakes.
Thank you.
Bishop, how you doing, man?
I'm good, I'm good.
Bishop, how you been, man? You've been pretty busy, man.
Yeah, I've been busy. I've been out with Heaven is for Real. Very excited about the movie and how well it's doing.
What is it about?
It's largely about a young boy who became traumatized, went into surgery, and while he was up under anesthesia, nearly died, went to heaven and came back with this testimonies of all this information that he wouldn't have known at 4 years old.
Wow.
Incredible. And it's a true story. Based on a true story.
You produced this movie?
Yes, I was one of the producers.
Wow, congratulations,
yeah,
man.
thank you.
That's pretty big right there.
You, yeah.
That's what I love about you, man. You've really taught me a lot about reinventing yourself and not being afraid to do that. And that's very, very powerful from you. And this book, man, that I've started reading called Instinct, this is it right here.
Yes.
You have written some powerful books, but this is about getting to your core. What does that mean?
Well, you know, I think, first of all, you have to find out who you really are, what your real passion is. May not be what you have a degree in, may not be what you've done for the last 20 years, but finding your core, getting down to the core of who you are and working from there is instinctive, and you are the most creative when you are instinctive.
Give me something like a person listening that they like some instinct lessons, a few instinct lessons.
There are several things that I think you have to first organically know who you are. You have to be authentically who you are. In the book, I talk about the difference between giraffes and turtles. They occupy the same space, but they don't have the same worldview. So when you are elevated to see on another level, you have to stay on that level, eat on that level, and not be distracted by the noise beneath you.
Now, lesson 2 is about finding people in your rhythm. What does that mean?
When you start talking about finding people in your rhythm, one of the researches I did was on when they do brain stem cell research and they take a cell and begin to develop new organs. I did not realize that heart cells start beating before they connect. That they set the rhythm and start beating and then start connecting with other cells that have the rhythm before they connect. And as the heart is developed, it already has its beat because every cell has the rhythm. And when I looked at it, I thought, that's what we do in relationships. If you find people who have your rhythm, you can beat together, you can work together, you can build together, you can thrive together. But so many times we judge people by externals, but not by their pacing, not by their tempo, not by their rhythm, not how they love and live and think and do what they do.
Absolutely.
I wrote this book because so many people are on the cusp of starting their life over, their career over, their marriage over, their education over, and they are more passionate now about being who you really are rather than being who you had to be. To have the courage, it takes courage to be yourself.
Yeah.
You don't try to fit in, you don't try to meet the status quo, you just do your thing and then draw into your life those things that are organically and naturally yours, and you have to do it by instinct. It is important to have information, it is important to have intellect, but intellect may load the gun, only instinct will pull the trigger.
Man, it's very... Bishop has been so instrumental in my development as a person because when I met you, I had this talent. And it was a really strange story. You know, when he invited me to do MegaFest for the first time, I told Bishop, I said, I can't do that, man. I said, you know, that's a whole hour. Y'all church people, hey, man, I can't talk for no hour and not cuss. You got. I said, man, you got the wrong dude. He said, oh, you can do it. He said, you can do it. He said, because it's in you. And you knew something about me back then that I didn't know about myself.
Absolutely.
And it was life-changing for me that he pointed me in the direction to be able to do comedy clean, to be able to stand in front of somebody. And I ain't perfect, I still fire one off on you every now and then, but that was a very transitional moment in not only my career, but in my life. I love you, man. And Instinct, the power to unleash your inborn drive, is available where books are sold. So make sure, everybody, that you get out and get a copy of that. And for everybody that came today, you're leaving with your own copy. Everybody gets a copy of the book. It's a great book. Instinct. He can get you there, man. Great job. Bishop, I love you, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, boy. Thank you, Bishop Jakes, my buddy. We'll be right back. Instincts in bookstores.